wanted to make sure that everything is running as it should be, because last week... Well, let's first start with a good morning. That's better than just rambling on YouTube stuff. So, good morning. Welcome. As you can see, weather here is slightly gloomy. Lots of rain this week and next week. But that's okay. It means it's not that hot anymore. So yeah, last week, as I was starting to describe last week, the stream on YouTube actually didn't work. For some odd reason, it did start at the beginning, but it did send data to YouTube. According to the logs, it did send everything to YouTube, but the stream just never started for some odd reason. The auto start bugged out on YouTube's side, which I didn't notice. I thought, yeah, as I can see the stream, everything is good, it's running, but no, it wasn't. So I wanted to make sure that everything is working this week. Let's switch over here. There we go. Welcome, welcome. Another week, another Fates and music stream. Not actually just music stream, as it is called now. Miingno's weekly music. Number 29, as you can see, I changed the numbers back to the original numbers. It just looks better than to start over at 1, because I mean it's still the same thing. I'm listening to cover music and reacting to it, giving my feedback. And yeah, I'm just doing something else in the game while doing the listening. I have a very hot coffee here. I have to wait a little bit before I can drink it. Very hot milk coffee. Today I will continue in Urukupacha, but not for too long. Although I only have 4 Demi-Atma yet from Urukupacha, and I need 12 to have enough for 2 weapons, which is actually my goal. But I will go until I have the shared fates maxed out. So 8 more in Urukupacha, and then I will head over to Kozamoka and start the ranking there. I will cap gemstones, but that's okay. That I don't quite mind. Now, because just watching me do fates all day, well, not all day, for the next 1.5 roughly hours or so, because just watching me do fates is slightly boring, I will also listen to some great new covers from Final Fantasy XIV music that got released this week, and in the weeks prior to today. We'll listen to them, react to them, give my feedback, and just showcase the amazing, rich world that's out there from all these amazing composers and arrangers of Final Fantasy XIV cover tracks. So, let's go to the First one, probably up here. Although, let's do that one still. The one with the docks. Anyway, so I'm gonna turn in-game music off completely, and we will start once I have reached the destination here. And we will start with the first cover track. It's To the Sun, a piano cover. Oh, there are quite a few here. A piano cover by Pablo Enver. Let's go. I really adore his piano renditions and covers. I'm actually wondering, is that one a 1.0 or 2.0 track? Probably 2.0. His usage of tempo and dynamics is really outstanding. Slowing it down again. Pulling back. Let's change her into the major chord, just for a brief moment. And we're back. really pull back tempo here. Ooh. Now I'm switching to major. This time it's actually the track that switched to major. Very dreamy, very light. Well, now traveling to the next fate. Let me quickly check. It is from A Realm Reborn, okay. Again, the use of dynamic, or of his dynamics, is outstanding. Arranging it that way is one thing, or let's just say doing it post is one thing. Because those are probably MIDI fast, just played back. But you have to come up with how you want to pronounce the different dynamics. And in that case, it's not just a black and white, just, yeah, here I want more, here I want a bit less. You really have to feel how it sounds, how it will come across. And that's something that you can only do with lots and lots of experience, practice. Oh, there she is. I did say there was a maiden somewhere. There we go. A really gorgeous cover. Now I would like to start the next track. Let's see. That should work now. Although I'm about to sneeze. Something is itching in my nose. But we can keep it in. The next track I have on my list is one I did already hear this week. I just couldn't help myself and had to listen the whole track when it came out a few days ago. It's cover of Back to the Drawing Board. Oh, one more. Cover of Back to the Drawing Board by the amazing Richard Huang. It's Probably the track I like the most from 7.2. And one I would love to one day cover myself. I just have a lot of other stuff that I want to do first, but I really would love to make a cover of this one too. So here we go, back to the drawing board by Richard Huang. Such a great beat. He actually released the track already a few weeks ago, and now it's just the addition of the lyrics, which are now out from this week. No, last week they released the official lyrics to the track. That's why they redid this track. And they crushed it in this one. Great mixing. And perfect effects on the voice. Funny to hear the Japanese announcer. And by the way, I still think one of the final bosses will be Metem, the announcer. Something is slightly off with him. I mean, he has really helped us throughout this whole thing, but again, it's because of him that we even got dragged into it, so I do think he will be one of the final bosses in there. I could be completely wrong. I usually am wrong with my predictions. But yeah, we will see. And by the way, if you see any stuttering of my game, I recently updated all my graphics, not just graphics, but also hardware drivers and firmwares and whatnot. But they did have quite a bad impact, so sorry if there's a bit more lag visible on screen. It is running slightly smoother during recording and streaming. So if there is more, if it has to perform more, it's running better, but it's having more trouble if there is less performance needed somehow. Scaling is slightly off. And yeah, by the way, something I wanted to mention, let's go down here into the description, who the people were that just performed this great track. The vocals. We have him, Richard Huang, Kave Mirai, Lisani Stesia, I'm sorry for mispronouncing, and Coconut, as well as Nick. Did Nick had an account to YouTube? I think he did. If I'm wrong, the name looks familiar here. But now let's go to one of my all-time favorites in terms of artists. It's Husky by the Geek. He released one that he... Great, right when I want to start his fate, it's gone. He released this track this week, although he recorded it quite a while ago, because that's his old apartment. He moved about 2-3 weeks ago. He moved to a new one. Well, it's actually more a month, but so he moved to a new one, and that's still his old apartment where he recorded that one. Just got released this week. It's phase 2 of the Tsukino fight, Lunacy. Also a track I just had to listen completely when it came out, so no new reaction from me. I know this track already. Or this rendition of the track, I should say. And he made it sound so hauntingly beautiful. I really like that he kept the piano part in there, in the background. That part. Really glad he kept that one in there. It just adds to this overall uneasy feeling of the track that he recreated faithfully in his arrangement. And here he goes off. Are almost screaming in agony as Uxieu does during this part. A really gorgeous rendition of Lunacy. And now the next one, or actually, I'm gonna go back to this one here. For some odd reason, even though it has the Final Fantasy XIV in there, it has music, it has everything that I am searching for on YouTube for these streams here. This track is one that simply does never show up in my YouTube searches, or his tracks in general don't really show up in YouTube search results. I don't know why, even though it has all the wording in there, in the description, in the title, everything that I am actively searching for, it never shows up. Meaning, if you have a track I should include here, if you have, if you know an artist I should include here that I never showcased, it could be simply because YouTube is keeping them away from me. They just never could showcase, and the algorithm just keeps them hidden. So please, if you know someone, if you know a track, anything that deserves more attention, let me know in the comments below on YouTube, and I will include them in the next stream. Because I'm sure there are more people out there that would benefit from being showcased more, and that are just like Husky, actually, who has quite a nice following now, actually, but it's just getting hidden by stupid algorithms time and time again. So please let me know if you know someone. I will gladly include them and add it to my list, to my rotation of amazing artists to listen to. Just want to say that while I'm still on Husky here. And now I would love to switch to the next one. There we go. Now I can. Because luckily this one did actually pop up, although I shouldn't say luckily because I haven't actually heard this one yet, but I'm glad it did pop up. A new artist I have not yet featured here. Even though it says subscribe, I did subscribe beforehand. But I have not heard his track yet. It's a synth cover. Synth voice cover, I guess, by Blank Space of Close in the Distance. Let's go. Very gorgeous. Going down one octave. I mean, otherwise it would be incredibly high. Now, raising it back up. But they can reach that high, that's great. I just love that chord in there. Slight alternation of the melody. Gorgeous harmonies. Very interesting to have this screechy guitar alongside the very delicate voice. Very nice contrast. Bit less screechy here now. On the outro. Ooh, strings. It's actually the ending from Flow. Interesting to have the Flow ending in there. It did fit. I was just slightly confused when it came up first. But other than that, a very nice cover of Close in the Distance. And by the way, as you can see, I did migrate over to Kozamauka. I finished Urukupacha. And finally could get rid of some gemstones. Wanted to check who is the singer, does it say? Doesn't say if it's them or who the singer was. The guitar was auto-tuned ready. Okay. Next we have a piano cover of a track I also would love to cover myself. Again, I would love to cover almost any and every track. Oh, there is more here. Any and every track from 14. But this one too, I would like to make a cover version of Dancing Green's Write the Rhythm. Here a cover by Fishball. Just seeing how many notes there are on screen right now. At the same time. Quite intimidating for this one. To try and make my own version. Slightly adjusted, slightly simpler melody. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. Just observation. Rhythm changed slightly. It's quite difficult to recreate spoken words on the piano words that don't really have a melody. Because if you hit the wrong key, it will sound like the melody is off, even though there is no melody in the first place. Also pulling it back slightly here. Bam, 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 bam. Building up again. Could use slightly more dynamic. The call and responses are pretty even, and a bit more differentiation between these two would be nice. But it is a nice arrangement. Very inclusive of pretty much almost everything that's going on in the track. Even that throw in there was... Had it in perfectly. Or at least at the correct time. Ooh. That ending was nice. Slightly different voicing of the piano there. That one is quite a tricky one here. Quite a tricky fate. Especially with the mages in here. Because they don't really move. And they are still targeting boxes, even though they are battling against me. Oh, that worked. There we go. Another one done. And another one, speaking of another one, another new addition to my ever-growing list of amazing cover artists. We have Siren TheLibrarian. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Yes, Siren TheLibrarian, at least that's what I think it is. With a cover of Low. I only heard the first few notes and it sounded pretty gorgeous. So here we go. Low.
Welcome and well met, my brave little spark. How long you've wandered, burned bright as a star. Oh, I have awaited you patiently all this time, past every fate. Now sing with me once more. Share of your
Ooh, that was nice.
life, far greater than memory. It's lost and left words cannot hold. Boundless the tale overflows and carries your light out to sea.
Very light, but incredibly precise pronunciation.
Near and far beloved, each drop a blessing from heavens above. And how as time flowed on those waters became one. Streams, rivers and lakes reaching for the horizon and far beyond. They carry onward however
she nails those high notes perfectly.
Wish them well. Deep, dark, far away, I have heard your voice when your every choice. Now our hands join round the meaning you sought. I'll catch your tears, quench your fears with joy, till you near the shore, where in time all shall as hope be reborn.
There's a lot of dynamic in this voice. She can be very calm and precise, as well as loud and clear.
Close your eyes and it's with my mind, a sun's distant light, and close down to dreams below. No, you will wake on wings rise again, for this journey's end is but one step forward to tomorrow.
I guess when she recorded, she was a bit too close to the mic. That's also why it crashes over on louder notes. It does help with the pronunciation. You can really hear every word clearly. Maybe that's what she was going for. Clearer voice. That she did achieve. All in all, a very gorgeous cover of Flow. Thank you very much to Siren, the librarian. I'm looking forward to your next track, to your next cover. Now the next two covers I have here, I will play, although I will not show the video, because the videos are not heavily, they are completely AI generated, and they don't really add anything. You could have done this with it would look even better with just a still image from an in-game shot, so I have no idea why they chose to display AI stuff into the video. But the tracks themselves, at least according to the description, are made by an actual human, and therefore at least the music I want to showcase. Let me just quickly finish these enemies off. There we go. The first one we have here is Emerald under Sapphire. Track from Yaktel, the day track, but in a lo-fi version. Performed, by the way, by Popful. Nice run. Love the retro vibes. And the bass line. Gorgeous call and response. If you want to see the video yourself, I will link it in the description down below after the stream on the YouTube VOD, so you can watch it yourself. This one, again, Emerald Under Sapphire by Popful, as well as the next one on my list, which is Sultana Dreaming, also a lo-fi mix, but by a different person, by Remastered Music. Because sadly, they also included AI art, although, yeah, it is. So I thought it might be hand-drawn, but no, there's clear evidence that it's AI. So yeah, sadly. But at least the music itself, according to the description, was made by an actual human. So here we go. Sultana Dreaming Lo-Fi version by Remastered Gaming. Very interesting. Ooh. Very interesting low frequency bass line again. I would love to make some lo-fi music myself, but I'm just not talented or don't have the skills yet for lo-fi, for good lo-fi stuff. Hopefully one day I can get my work in progress is out there too. My lo-fi work in progress stuff. Interesting ending there. Almost sounded like it wanted to do some... another melody, but it just ended. Okay. But up until that point, very enjoyable. Now we can activate the video again for the next one. You're now going back in time slightly. Oh, there was no one here. This one was released a year ago. But those were all the new tracks that I found this week. Now we're going back in time. This one was released a year ago by MelodyCrystel. An Escape remix. Let's just dive in. Vocaloid voices, which isn't anything bad. And gorgeous art, by the way. I always have to love about the vibrato on those voices, because it's almost too perfect in its execution. Wonder if there will be harmonies with both voices at the same time. Here we are in the repeat. Of the track. A bit more drum set. Could be nice. But other than that, a really nice rendition. Nice arrangement. Ah, we have a bit more synth. And the guitar too. I'm patchy on the guitar. carefully pulled back. Drum beat. Going halftime. Break. I would personally call this a cute arrangement of the track. As weird as it may sound to call it cute, but that's how I feel about this arrangement. A very cute version of Escape. But I liked it. Really much. Now the next one, the next track is one advantage that I now have with the renaming of these weekly streams. I don't just have to stick to Final Fantasy XIV tracks as such. I can mix it up and oh, there's the enemy. I can mix it up and play some other tracks as well. This one is still related to 14 though. It's the Song of the Ancients that's in Nier Automata, but also plays in Final Fantasy XIV. Here we have a orchestral arrangement done or created by Daweii Miku. Let's go. Having violins play. The lyrics, basically. The lyric part, the voice. Not just one, but two. Plus, you really have to listen to that one yourself with headphones on. Because the stereo haunting in both ears for these two, maybe in three voices. It's very well done. Melody really slow actually and reserved, but in the back it's incredibly busy. back away, letting them rest their arms. Ah, and the Glockenspiel. Someone has played Glockenspiel for a very long time. I do kind of miss it sometimes. But I always recognize it right away when I hear it. Very smart to add this section here. It's the same melody, basically, it's always on repeat. But I just lift or changes the track. Gives it a different color. Interesting symbol use, or might even be tum-tum. Now back with the timpani, with the very busy violins. Into the ending. Really nice arrangement, very colorful. It would be difficult to play it live, especially with the panning of the 2 or 3, I couldn't quite make it out, 2 or 3 main violins, because they would, in a real orchestra, probably sit next to each other. Couldn't really pan them out on stage. But obviously you can in an arrangement on the PC like this. But the rest would sound very nice to hear live. Maybe one day I will be able to get to or listen to a near concert live. Last few that were actually held in Europe, I always sadly couldn't get tickets for. Maybe next time, if there will be a next time. Let's hope so. Because more people have to hear their music. But now let's go back to Final Fantasy XIV tracks. Or pure Final Fantasy XIV tracks performed inside of Final Fantasy XIV. We have another arrangement by Happy Tunes from Shiva. It's Open Sky, Dawn Trail. Let's go. I have not heard this one yet. Wonder how they made it in the arrangement. Was missing the piano part there, but still. Probably difficult to add even more. Oh! My first Demi-Atma. very busy with just 14 music, or 14 instruments. I mean, this part is very busy in the original too. Interesting there. That was a different melody than I'm used to. Again. I wonder if they mixed it up on purpose. Could be. Now, Amanda's part. Octave down, I guess instruments didn't allow for the high one. Isn't bad. Works too. Crash really goes off here. Really nice arrangement. I always like to hear their versions of 14 tracks. And I'm amazed what you can do with just in-game performances. Even when I hear some stuff actually in-game live, it's always astounding how people are able to do that, even with additional software that they use for playing the instruments at the same time. Which is probably used here too. But still, you have to arrange them in a way that works with the instrumentation that you have in game. That's not a small feat. Next one here is another piano cover. This time of The Final Days by Unemployed Pianist. I actually thought I had featured them before, but for some odd reason it told me I didn't. But I think I did. Anyway, here we go. The Final Day. I'm sure if you could actually play that. There's a pianist out there. Let me know. Is it possible to play live? I know I couldn't. I'm not that good at playing the piano. Interesting change of the melody there. Now we're on Heaven's Ward. Ba, 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 ba. And now Shadowbringers. Because there actually isn't really a... Well, it starts with the Stormblood part. There are some interesting substitutions. Of the melody. And I would like a bit more dynamic range. Other than that, a very nice arrangement of The Final Day. And what the heck is that one here? The Forlorn, that's the big one. Well, this will take a bit longer, this fight here, so let's just start the next track on my list, which is a cover of Return to Oblivion by Uxieu. Again, I'm sorry for any mispronunciations of names. Here we go. And a gorgeous music video too. That one's gonna be quite DPS check. Why is that one so difficult to defeat? Really gorgeous voice. Oh, that was nice. Very clear pronunciation. Great cover arrangement too. Pulling back on the guitar. Beautiful bass. Nailed that one. Really nice. was nice ending. I really enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed this cover. And by the way, I was checking the fate previously. I would say 2 more so that I can get rank 3. So this one and 1 more fate. I think that's in a good place to stop. Otherwise it's getting boring even for me, just continuously doing fates and more fates and nothing else. Even though I did change place, it's... After a while it's just getting on my nerves to do the same thing over and over again. Not that great at grinding the same things anymore. Especially without without any company. And by the way, welcome Sunshinies. Sorry for not checking chat earlier. Always difficult when I'm focused on fighting here. And by the way, focused on fighting, I should probably also start a new track. Because there is one more that I have prepared. It's the Churning Mist Night Theme Skylords, performed by TsuKino, a piano cover. Let's go. As you can tell, a live performance. Gorgeous little pauses in there, where the music completely cuts off. To be able to perform that one with two hands at once would be a great track to train two-handed play. Although you really need a lot of skill to get it to a decent level, and she obviously has amazing skill already. because track is still ongoing, let's do one more fade. As it reaches its crescendo. Having shivers all over. Not gonna lie. What a gorgeous rendition of Skylords by MWM. And because I started a new fate, let's just also start another track. I have one more prepared for today, so it'll end perfectly. It's Dynamis by FarawayLalafell. I remember hearing this one for the first time quite a while ago. And fell in love with it right away. And there just was never a time to play it here on stream. Until now. Usually not a big fan of accordions, but it works perfectly in this arrangement. Especially together with the flute, it just match in heaven. Gorgeous guitar play, acoustic guitar. And it's already over. I could go for another run with this one. But it would be unfair to play this one twice. If I didn't do it for the other ones too. But I will add it to my playlist and listen to it again and again. And speaking of playlist, there is a playlist down in the description below over on YouTube with all the previous tracks in there. You can listen to yourself. And I will add all these tracks after the stream into there as well. And I will also add a time code down below in the description with all the different reactions that I had today for these tracks, or when I listen to them, with also the links to all the tracks. Now I'm just gonna finish up this fade here. Real quick. The last one. I'm getting tired of doing fades for so long. I'm gonna have to go back to Rukupacha for another reward that I couldn't buy before because I didn't have the amount of gemstones needed. Now I do. So I can get the alpaca minion. There we go. Looking better with my shared fates. One complete. And Kozamoka now at rank 3, same with Living Memory. It's getting there. I just wish I would also get some more Demi-Atma. But no, their drop rate isn't the best in Fates. But at least I'm getting some. And now I can also get the alpaca. No need for the rest. At least not right now. Okay, let's first check my retainers. Although I shouldn't go to Ulda, probably. That was the wrong one anyway. Not where I wanted to go. Let's go to Gold Saucer first then. You always have to be careful with Ulda on Belmonk, because Shout Chat is something else. Let's see if I did win this time, this week. Most probably not. Yeah. That was nothing again. As usual. In a minute there will be a gate, so let's check what that one will be. Oh, interesting. The slice is right. Oh. Gotta quickly finish sending on my retainers and then giving it a go. By the way, let's quickly reset my camera, because after a while it will go out of sync somehow. Don't know how that's possible even, but just turning it off and on again does resync the camera with the audio. Just had to get something more to drink. Now let's see. Let's see how well this stream will end. Let's change them up. There we go. Hey, Greg. Should be safe over here. Yep. Let's see, am I lucky? Yep, good. Can get one. Now gotta stay away. Good. Save over here. I mean, 2 is easy. It starts getting more difficult at 3. 4 is definitely the most difficult one. Should be okay here, yeah, good. Now it's simply a game of luck. Let's see. And out. Oh well. Can't have it all. To have a card I don't need. There we go. I'm now gonna turn in all these items that I don't need. More and more Grand Company points. Also slightly lagging in terms of my internet connection, which might also be due to the driver and firmware update that it do recently. I hope not, but it could be. Just now and then, slight network hiccup. Now I have everything that I need, to be completely honest. But I'm using the rest to get maps here. And I would say let's use one. Oh, actually I still have one open. I can't use one. Still have that one. Let's do one map. Or at least let's do one portal, let's say it that way. That one is right here. Okay. Let's do one portal. So if I get in, then I will do this one, otherwise I can open another map from the ones we just got. By the way, when the new one comes out with the next patch, I will try to do them solo as well, on a more or less daily basis if I have the time. Let's see how if they scale them up in terms of difficulty or if they will be the same as these ones here. I'm looking forward to some more nice drops. More minutes. Should be good. Although I have the usual Lalafell problem now, that large enemies are pushing each other out of the way in order to be able to attack me. Which then results in me not being able to hit them with my AoE attacks. It's a Lalafell only issue, as far as I am aware of. more enemies, 1.5 minutes, a bit more. Shouldn't be an issue. Last one. One minute left. A bit more. Portal has appeared. Let's go. Let's see. Will I be able to get up there? All luck anyway in here, so I'm not gonna be sad if I'm getting kicked out. So let's see, next week I will continue and probably finish Kozama Uka, rank 4. Not sure if I'll be able to do some Yaktel. All depends on how much time I have. Making great progress. And also I hope I will be able to do some more or finish some more covers. I know I'm saying this every week. I'm currently obsessed with one song in particular, not a Final Fantasy XIV cover, a different cover. I'm putting way too much time in, I guess. I really shouldn't be going to this extent. I'm not gonna say which one it is just yet, but I will give a hint. has to do something with this one here. With this bad boy. That's the hint I will give. And the thing is, I could finish it today. Because of all the stuff I'm adding and doing with this track. It might even take until August to fully finish it. Which I know is stupid. Not sure if it will be worth it, but I won't know if it's worth it until I actually have done it, that's the thing. But yeah. That's the little hint I will give you. If you know from which track this animation over there is from, on the other side of the screen, then you know which track it will be. But if you don't, then it will be a surprise for you. By the way, we are on the second platform. Gonna keep him up there. Probably shouldn't get hit by so many attacks, if I can avoid it. There is no need. Oh boy. Let's let him sleep over there. There is no need for me to attack him. It's the only thing you cannot really do when playing solo, defeat these ads, the golden ads. Because they hit quite hard. And are pretty obnoxious. I mean, you can do it, but it might not end well, let's say it that way. Just leave them, let them be. They will despawn. You will miss out on treasure, but it's usually just materia, crafting stuff, or crystals. Don't think it's anything else. I could be wrong though. feel like the left door might be the correct one. I could be wrong. We will see. It was. As I always say, I personally think it's predetermined how far you will be able to go. Some claim it's predetermined which one is the correct way. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's predetermined how far you are able to get in here from the beginning that you step in. Or from the moment you step in. Which also means it doesn't matter which door you pick. At least that's my philosophy. And we will get that. There we go. Or well, the first. Or the second set of enemies. Time to heal up. With the next patch we can get, I can finally upgrade my gear. Since I don't have a raid group, and I'm too chicken to try Party Finder. One more left. I hope I'll be able to get a 1, 2 or 3 weapon coffers. I've seen some drop already, but never for me when I do those solo. Almost done. Okay. What can I do with... Oh, it's one here. This one. That's for the winter coat. Let's see. Will I be able to get to the fourth one? Or is this the end? Yep. That's the end. But it was a good run. Getting to the third stage is okay. I'm still going to decipher another one of these ones. There we go. Because I'm right here where I can gather up another one. Potentially. There we go. Here it is. So, I didn't really get many demi-atma today, only one. But still, one is better than none. Plus I managed to finish Rukupacha and got quite far in Kusumauka. And with that, I guess I will call it a day for now, at least. I've done pretty much everything I wanted to accomplish this week. We have one more week before the patch. And then we will find out what's going on with those people here. There, by the way, are quite a few of those NPCs around right now in Solution 9 with a black regulator that are like her here. Some are scared, they don't know what to do, and others are quite determined. So we will see what's gonna happen with them. I'm sure it's something that not a lot of people noticed, that those NPCs are around. So we could even talk to, not her, he's just standing there. But it's worth to check him out, as long as they are still here. So then, thanks a lot for tuning in. As I mentioned before, all the music that I listened to today will be linked in the description down below on YouTube in the VOD, and I will add them to the playlist as well, so you can listen to them yourself. There are some in there that really need a listen with headset or with headphones because of the stereo effects that they added in. It's really worth checking them out yourself. And yeah, next week I will continue with Fates. Hope I can put out some music myself. Maybe I can finish this thing with the guy over there who's dancing. Probably not though. We will see. But yeah, lots and lots is going on. Never standing still, always tough to do. Hope you have a great Sunday, great end of the week, and great beginning of the new week. And until we meet again next time, goodbye. And once again, thank you very much for all the people on screen right now. All the subscribers over on Patreon and all the supporters on